In the previous video, we explored what an AI model is. If you haven't watched it yet, you can find the link in the description. In this video, we'll focus on two important questions. What is inference? And does AI memorize everything it learns? We'll also bring everything together with a simple summary of how AI learns, from data and training to models and inference. 4. What is inference? Inference simply means using a trained AI model to produce an output from new input. Let's say we have trained our spam detection model. Now we receive a completely new email. We give the email to the trained model. The model analyzes the patterns it has learned and it produces a result, spam. That process is inference. The same idea applies to generative AI. Suppose you open ChatGPT and type "Explain Agile in simple terms." Your prompt is the input. The trained model processes that input using the patterns and relationships it learned during training. And then it generates an output. That's inference. So we can think of the process like this: data to training, to trained model, to inference, to output. This distinction is important. Training is when the model learns. Inference is when we use what the model has learned. Five. Does AI memorize everything? At this point, you might be wondering, if AI learns from data, does it simply memorize everything? Not exactly. A well-trained AI model is designed to learn patterns and relationships rather than simply storing a copy of every piece of training data. For example, a language model doesn't simply memorize every sentence it has seen and then retrieve that exact sentence whenever you ask a question. It learns statistical relationships between words, concepts, structures, and patterns in language. This is one reason why generative AI can produce responses it has never seen word for word before. However, AI models can sometimes memorize or reproduce parts of their training data, and they can also make mistakes. So we shouldn't assume that everything an AI produces is automatically correct. That is an important principle that we'll come back to throughout this series. 6. Putting it all together. Let's bring everything together with one simple example. Imagine we're building an AI system that helps a Scrum Master analyze retrospective feedback. First, we need data. That could include historical retrospective comments and examples of common themes. Then comes training. The AI learns patterns from those examples. The result is a trained model. Now, during a new retrospective, the Scrum Master provides fresh feedback. The model processes that new information. That's inference. And the AI might produce something like, "We are seeing a recurring theme around dependency management." It could then suggest possible improvement actions. So the complete journey is: data provides the examples. Training helps the AI learn patterns. The model captures what it has learned. Inference uses the model to produce an output. Closing. So if you remember only 4 words from this video, remember these: data, training, model, inference. Data is what the AI learns from. Training is the learning process. The model is the trained system. And inference is using that trained model to generate a prediction or output. This simple understanding will become very useful as we move into generative AI, large language models, and AI agents. In the next part of our Agile B AI Fundamental series, we'll answer another important question. What exactly is generative AI and how is it different from traditional AI? See you in part 4.